Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name's Sophie and I'm a traditional artist living in the southwest of England, and I turn my art into prints and stationery products, and I've been documenting my whole small business journey here on YouTube. And recently I've also been documenting my pivoting of my business and me developing my art skills, and I have finally finished my sketchbook and I just can't wait to show you this sketchbook tour. I'm going to film it now and I'm really excited to look back at this sketchbook. It's taken me about a year to complete and I really do love all of my sketchbook tours. I have a whole playlist on my channel if you want to go back and have a look at my previous sketchbook tours. I've even toured my old college sketchbooks. But this one in particular has seen my art style completely change, and I can't wait to kind of talk you through how that's happened and my thoughts going forward for my new sketchbook and my new project. So I'm going to chat with you as we go through it. Now, I really do apologise if you can hear the fan in the background. As I am filming this, it is the hottest day, I think, ever on record in the UK. I have my drink here. Stay hydrated, people. Yeah, it is so hot, but I thought it's a perfect opportunity to film a sketchbook because my school that I work in, so if you're new here, alongside being the parent of a toddler, I work part-time in a special needs school, and the school is actually shut because of the heat. They've had to shut the school, so I'm off work. So I thought I've got the time now to sit down with this sketchbook and film the tour for you. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's dive into the sketchbook. Okay, here we go with the sketchbook tour. Again, I apologise if you can hear the fan or if it's blowing onto the microphone, but we just need to do our best to survive in the heat. So this sketchbook is a soft cover sketchbook, and it is from, I don't know if you can see it there, Collins and Davison. I picked this up from Soul Art Supply, which is a art shop in Cornwall, actually, but you can order from them online. So anybody I mention in this sketchbook tour, I am going to try my best to tag them all down below in the description. I really do love the sketchbook. In the past I've used like Strathmore mixed media, but they are very expensive, so I just wanted to experiment with just a cheaper sketchbook, and I've really enjoyed having the soft cover. And to be fair, some of the pages do bleed through, but you get that sometimes with mixed media paper anyway, especially like with markers like got one here like these Pro marker pens. These bleed through whatever you use, so some alcohol markers will bleed through no matter what paper, so I don't necessarily think it's a reflection on the paper. Sometimes it's bled through, but overall I think it's a really good sketchbook. It's a good budget option, so I probably would buy this again. I think my next one I'm probably going to do a Royal Talons one, but I'm definitely going to keep the A4 size. A4 for me in the studio is the perfect size. I like a good amount of space to work in. Obviously I have smaller ones when I'm out and about, but in the studio A4 is definitely the best one for me. And here on the front, this one is just a sticker I got from my pen pal. It was on one of the envelopes that I took off because I thought it was really pretty, so I can't say where that one's from, but this one is from Emily Harvey Art, and then these two are by Art by M, and then this one down here is Deli's Designs. Again, I'll tag them all down below. So let's jump in. So actually the first page is this one here. I just wanted to decorate the inside cover. Now I haven't decorated the backside cover, but I think I will do in my next studio vlog. So if you don't want to miss that one, make sure you ring the bell and hit the subscribe button, because I am going to do something different on the back page. I'm going to do it like an illustration using I think pastel pencils. But yeah, so on here this was just like a really quick, obviously very loose, with acrylics. I just wanted to see it pop on the background. I didn't actually mix the paint beforehand. I just kind of dipped my brush into various colours and then just really sprayed out the brush bristles on the page, and I really like that. But the star of the show is this one. What a way to kick off the sketchbook tour. So this started this on the 26th of March 25, so last year. And normally I get that fear, I'm sure we all have it, when we have that first page in a sketchbook. It resets the tone for the rest of the sketchbook, and I do want my sketchbooks to be kind of fun and playful, but I was just so happy with how this kingfisher turned out. So it's an acrylic base with coloured pencils over the top, and I just absolutely adore him. It was one of those rare occasions where I had an idea in my mind what I want to create, and it actually came to fruition. How many times do we have these ideas in our mind and it gets so frustrating when you try and put it onto paper and it doesn't turn out how you wanted it to? But on this occasion it really did, and I just love this kingfisher guy. Really, really happy with him. And from this, it really got me thinking about my art style. I'm going to be talking about this a lot during this sketchbook tour, because you'll see that I wrestle with my art style. Because previously, back along originally when I was a child, it was very much coloured pencils, watercolour. And then when I went to college, I learned the technical skills more of drawing. But then I got so influenced by other artists online, on Instagram and on YouTube, a lot by digital art, and I was trying to create digital styled art traditionally, and I was going more into illustrations, less realistic, more kind of kawaii, following really that kawaii trend. And it just wasn't my natural style, but I was trying to shoehorn myself into that box because that's what everyone else was doing. And then when I created this one, this semi-realistic, obviously you can tell it's not ultra realistic. It's not like you're looking at a piece and you think, oh wow, that's a photograph. You can tell this is obviously handmade, but semi-realistic. And I really found, actually, this is my happy place. But you'll see that I continue to wrestle with that as I go through the book. But this really started a trend, and also my trend with birds. And it's another bird that I want to create on the back page of this. I have fallen in love with drawing animals in general, which I always have historically, again, as a child. I think if you think back to when you were a child and what did you like creating, I think that's when you find your true self. Before you were influenced by influencers and outside kind of pressures, and what you should be creating, what did you enjoy doing when you were a child? Because that comes back to the heart of you, I think. And I always loved drawing animals, and like I said, this was the start of me drawing birds, and I want to do a whole series of birds. I started in this sketchbook, but I want to expand on that at the second half of this year and going into next year. So this really set the tone, but you will see it goes up and down. You're in for a journey, guys. And then next on this page, so then this is another acrylic based, and then going over the top with pencils. Although actually I think this is a mixture of acrylic and acrylic gouache. I think the yellow is acrylic gouache. Again, I love this bee. It did form part of my first journaling kit and my first washi tape. You can't see the bee on this one. This is one of my first washi tapes. You see the bee here, and also on my bee steel washi tape, this is the bee from here. And then around it, you'll see that I start to experiment with flowers. In the end, I decided to do a mix of traditional and digital for this for these designs. So obviously the bee is this traditional, and then the flowers that I end up using are created digitally. That's not going to focus again now. But these flowers are created using my Himi gouache. I was just playing around with them for the very first time, seeing how they blended. So they're quite loose, and then this is a bit more detailed here. I do love my bee, and I love the texture when you use mixed media of going over with pencils on the top of either acrylic or gouache. So my bee has featured heavily. You can get him as a print as well on my shop. And over here, this is kind of a reflective piece that I did for Good Friday. This is just using so the cross itself and the crown of thorns is using just pencil, and I went over with watercolor pencil and then activated it with the water. Again, if you're new here, this will kind of give you a clue. I'm a Christian artist. Not all the art that I create has crosses on it, but it's all influenced and in worship of my creator God. We are created by a creator God. That makes us all creatives. And then over here, So this is me experimenting with hummingbirds. So one of my my best-selling previous prints when I first started the shop was this be still image of a kingfisher. I wonder if I've got one here. Here we are. So it was one of the very first prints. I've just done it onto a little leaflet here. But this is one of the very first prints that I created when I opened my shop in 2023. Again, really quick pen illustration. And for something that was super, super quick to produce, it was one of my best sellers. And of course, I wanted to try and recreate this now going into my more kind of semi-realistic style. So I wanted to experiment with it. This was an absolute train wreck here on the left. Nothing went right. I do like the iridescence of the kind of metallic acrylic paint that I used, but it was absolute train wreck. This one was more successful, again, using my mixed media style of going over with paint and then going over again with colored pencil. It still wasn't on the level of my kingfisher. I wasn't able to recreate what I wanted from my mind. But again, exploring my new style and what I wanted my new style to look like, but maybe not kind of fully pulling it off. So this is a piece that I stuck in. This is one of 2 pieces that I created whilst I was away in Sussex for Big Church Festival. I had my products on sale at Big Church Festival for the first time, and we stayed in this beautiful lodge by this canal, and Riverside Amberley is exactly where it's to. And so I created 2 pieces. You'll probably see the next one coming up, one looking down the river and one looking up the river, and these are using these pastel pencils. I've got them here. So these are the Conte a Paris pastel pencils. I absolutely adore these pastel pencils, so much so that I bought another set as well, and I'm going to be using these a lot moving forward. Obviously they are very soft leaded because they are like soft pastels but in kind of like a pencil form. I used it on this Strathmore tanned paper, and the effect I just think is absolutely beautiful, and using that limited colour palette. So I only have these pencils to work with, so this is just using these pencils. I just think it absolutely popped. So I got the paper and the pencils for my birthday, so this was me trying them out for the first time, and I love how they blend, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So this is another pastel piece, but this is oil pastels. I was actually inspired by a piece that Lucy Locke's art created, and I want to try and recreate of this waterfall. I'm glad that I kept it quite loose. I was really loose with my movements. I don't think I was able to capture the full movement of the waterfall. However, again, I like the looseness. Again, trying to push using different art supplies, and again, I just think playing in my sketchbook, that's the biggest thing. I think if you're trying to find your own art style, it's just play. Again, going back to the kind of like what we were as children, experimenting, not being worried about the outcome, not forcing yourself to create something that's shareable on Instagram or YouTube or any other social media, which is really, really hard, I know, because the pressure to create content is really high. I feel that pressure. So you feel like everything that you create has to be shareable. But I think just trying to step away from that and giving yourself the grace to be able to play and make mistakes, try things, oh actually that's not my thing, that's fine, and kind of go again. So yes, that was really, really fun. Here is my little artist mouse. So this was inspired by my trip last year to the Lake District. All of my Lake District projects were done in my travel sketchbook. But I'm just reaching here now because this little guy turned into a sticker. He was available in the shop, but I've took him off now. So this is just a market exclusive sticker now. If you did want him to come back to the shop, just drop me a message. Always happy to add things back on if you missed out the first time. But the kind of like the little Easter egg is that he's painting the little hummingbird image that was previously in the sketchbook. That's a little Easter egg. But yeah, so you can see I'm experimenting here. Obviously, again, inspired by Beatrix Potter and coming back from the Lake District. However, me thinking, do I want to go into more character illustrations, inspired by people like Catnip with all of her characters, and then obviously you have Deli with Pekka Penguin, and you have these small businesses that have recognizable characters. Is it something I want to do? And although I really enjoyed doing this piece, no, that's not me. But it was fun to try. I love the coverage. So this is using those pro markers again that I just showed you. So these ones. So these are old ones, but they're now produced by Winsor & Newton. But I really do love them. They give really good coverage, but they will bleed through. So there's such a high level of oil pastel on this side that it hasn't bled through, but it will bleed through, just so you know. Then here, this was me trying again with, originally it was oil pastels, and then I went over the top with some Posca pens, I think, inspired by Leonardo, or is it Van Gogh? It's Van Gogh, isn't it? Do you know what? I had a total mind blank then. Van Gogh landscape. And to be honest, I think you can tell, I got bored by the end. I started doing it. I started doing the trees. I was really excited by it, and then I just got absolutely bored. So again, one of those ideas you have and actually wasn't as great as you thought. This is the second half of that piece from Sussex. Again, looking up the river this time. And I just love the depth that I was able to create. Again, with this limited colour palette, I only had 2 different greens. Obviously I had the brown to mix with it and the white, but I think I'm glad I was able to create so many different shades of green just with these pencils. Again, first time using it, so I was really, really pleased with those, and I would highly recommend getting some pencils. I want to build up my set of those because they're really enjoyable to work with. Again here, following on my theme of birds, this is a raven. I wasn't entirely happy with him, and it's actually a raven that I'm going to be producing again on the back page of this. I want to try again. I kind of just got it a bit muddy. I do like some of the marks that I was able to get on here. You can see here, so I went over acrylic and I went over with pencils, but I just think I went over too much. I like the eye there. I've got a good bit of character, but I think I can do better. So I want to try and recreate this again and hopefully not make it so muddy. And I'm excited how I can do that, but on the back page. So on here, this is where I want to do it, on the black page. So just create on the highlights using negative space. I think that'd be a really interesting exercise. Oh, my fan keeps blowing the page, but fan is needed today. So we'll go over here. So this is just swatching. I got some dual tip markers. They're basically like a cheaper version of the Hoo markers. I would not recommend. I got this set from the range and they just really aren't good quality. They did not blend well. There's me just trying them out. And you'll see again that I use them. I was trying to use them for our art challenge, and I just got so frustrated with them because they weren't blended how I wanted. So the cheap options are not always the best. Sometimes you can get good cheap replicas of things. The art supplies are expensive, but not always. Not with those, unfortunately. So this is a lovely bunch of flowers that I got given. I actually used Posca pens for these. Absolutely loved it. Again, keeping really, really loose. That was I remember the sun was shining. And yeah, 30th of July, the sun was shining. I had the window of my art studio open. I had some music playing, and I just had a really, really good time creating. I find this, I try to film me actually creating my pieces as much as possible to share either on YouTube or as reels. But the pressure of creating art whilst you're filming it is so immense, or you're trying to film from different angles and you're not really getting lost in it. So I do prefer to kind of create the art without filming and then just take a picture of the art afterwards, which I know the algorithm doesn't like as much, but at the end of the day, you don't want to get so frustrated with your art that you fall out of love with it. And that's the danger that I've also found recently. And again, this journey of the sketchbook is me falling back in love with my art. I think also when you start a small business, when you're trying to create art for products, the pressure is on again to create art that you can then turn into products. And again, I just need to step away from that, because I'm losing the reason that I started this in the first place, is to have fun and do something that I love whilst creating a second income for our family. So this was just such a good time. And I think you can tell when you look at a piece of art, I really enjoyed doing this. That's why it's loose, that's why it's playful, that's why it's fun. And I really love how it turned out. Like even just the simpleness of just doing the shadows on the white bottle, I think it just turned out really, really well. I love Posca pens, really, really good for doing art and keeping loose. So over here, this was, you can tell, I just literally ripped it out of the page. I did some really quick, almost like life drawing-esque kind of things from, she's on Jess Carp. That is the name that I'm looking for, Jess Carp on YouTube. Amazing artist, and she does do these series sometimes of actual structure and teaching you the fundamentals of drawing. And this was 3 minutes, and these were both 3-minute drawings, and the picture was on the screen and you just had to quickly jot it down. So this is just charcoal on that Strathmore tan paper again, and I love it. I love, getting that kind of, again, the fundamentals of drawing back, kind of underpins everything, the foundations that then allow you to be more free. Once you've got those foundations in, it allows you to play a bit more. And I'm really pleased with how they turned out for 3 minutes, and it was just on a screen. So I just sat on the sofa and drew these, and I really, really enjoyed it. I think there's some more coming up, because I think there's one big page that I cut in half. But yeah, really, really enjoyed that one. Again, going back to birds, this is an eagle that I did. So again, same format, acrylic base going over with coloured pencils. I don't think, I'm not as in love with him as I am with my kingfisher guy. However, I think I didn't hit the eye on the head. Like, it looks a bit too people-y. It's like a people eye on the eagle. However, I do love the composition. I do love this wing especially. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to get some good marks in there again on the body there. Get a good bit of movement, I think, a good bit of shading on the wings. That's particularly nice there. So it definitely has good parts to it, and you can see the development. Definitely going for more semi-realistic. This is my favourite spread of the sketchbook, and two of my favourite birds. Can you see a theme here? So this guy here, I did film on a YouTube channel. I think it was on a studio vlog. My dove, and it was one of those pieces that it came together so easily, like scarily easily, surprisingly easily. Could not believe what was happening, and it was one of those pieces where you look back and you're like, I did that. I can't believe I did that. So yeah, you can see that I spattered it with some of the Winsor & Newton gold ink. The outside mistletoe is Posca pens. And then the dove is just using acrylic. And now the plan was to do my usual thing of doing acrylic base, then going over with pencils. And I did this. I had the background. And do you know what? The mix of I just used white, and I used a little bit of like a peachy pink for the shadows and the beak and the feet. And over the top of the blue, which like created natural shadows. I looked at it, I was like, I don't want to do pencils because I think it's going to ruin it. And this image is now available on my shop as a print, but also an acrylic. It's meant to be a tree decoration, a Christmas tree decoration, but you could use it anywhere. It's just an acrylic circle, so you could have it any time of year. And I'm just so pleased with how he turned out. I absolutely adore him. Again, so loose, so free, and this was like, wow! Like, I did that. And I should have more faith in myself, because it's so easy, isn't it, to compare ourselves to people we see online and things. But actually, I did that, and I do warrant having space, in the public domain to share my art. Actually, do you know what, some people might really like this image and I love it and I want to buy it. And yeah, it's so hard, isn't it, to have self-confidence. You have so much imposter syndrome. And also recently I was turned down for an online market and also an online marketplace that I applied to be a part of. And those kind of things really knocks your confidence. And actually, so it's actually quite a good time to go back in my sketchbook and go, actually no, that's fine. They had their own individual ideas. Maybe they're looking for a specific thing for their marketplace, for their online market. But you know what? I am a good artist. This is pretty good. And, I should have more self-confidence. And the main thing is I had fun creating it. And I think you can tell that. So I love my little dove. And then here next to him is my sparrow. I love him. Again, this is one of my favourite pieces. Acrylic base, pencils over the top. Look at him. I love the detail, I love the texture. And also with this one, we just use a Zorn palette. So Zorn is just using, you can't see the titanium white underneath, but it's just using these 4 colours. So a really, again, limited colour palette, and then you create all of the other shades from these colours. And that was such a great exercise in colour mixing and things like that. So if you want to push yourself, use these colours. Look up Zorn palette. And so this Zorn palette, I think it was originally created for portraiture, but I think you can use it I think it lends really well to wildlife and landscapes. So yeah, I really want to try playing around with Zorn palettes more. But yeah, so happy with this little sparrow. And again, you can get him as an art print on my shop if you wish. Now this is me reverting back. You can see this was Peachtober. I don't know what it is about Peachtober. I try every single year. I think it's just the pressure of creating so many pieces of art. So if you don't know, Peachtober is set up by Furry Little Peach, and these were the prompts for last year. She comes up with these prompts, and the idea is that you share a piece of art every day of October. There's a handout there, but I'll tag it down below. And she does give them in advance, so you can pre-prep some pieces. There's such a pressure, and every year I'm just never happy with what I create. I either over complicate things or under, and so basically I gave myself the chance. I was only going to use those cheap versions of the Ohuhu markers, and I didn't like the markers anyway, so I was fighting a losing battle. So these are some of the pieces that I created. Yeah, it's quite funny. This little slug guy, and the poppy's not too bad. I did get a little bit of blended, but it did chew up the page in doing so. My goldfish are cool, but you can see how fed up I got. I even stuck in some stickers. So these are it's a little illustration I did of Peter Rabbit and a rainbow, and these were my 2 freebie stickers for a couple of months. And this is an old sticker that I had of an illustration of a frog that I created. That's how fed up I was. I stuck in stickers in my sketchbook, which I never do. It just didn't work. These are terrible illustrations. And again, I'm trying to move back into kind of like kawaii style, and it's just not me. I don't know why I kept fighting with myself. Comparison is the thief of joy. So here's a few more of those studies from Jessica Harp. 3 minutes, and that was just 1 minute. So these were the starting points. It's almost backwards, really. But again, I'm really happy with how I got this thigh image here. Fan is really blowing it now. We're getting to the second half of this sketchbook. Almost there, guys. Again, this is an owl, so similar style as before. Acrylic, then coloured pencil. That's very much my bag. I do like the texture. I left the paint quite splodgy on the wings to get a bit of texture. I don't think he's on the same level as the sparrow and the dove, but he's cute. He's quite cute. I was going to have him as a print, but he's not available now. Just didn't think he was quite on the same level. But I had a lot of fun drawing him. So this is, I got some new pro markers, so that's me experimenting with them. You can see that it has, even though this is acrylic paint, it has come through here. So this is what I mean about the pro markers, but I do love my pro markers. And this is just a pro marker piece with a bit of, is there a pencil over the top? I think, well, it might be some neo colours over the top, but little robin in towards Christmas. He's pretty, a very simple one, not on the level as the other ones, but I am quite pleased with like the different colours I was able to get in there. You know, you look at things, you're like, oh yeah, robins, red-breasted, white feathers. But if you look closely, there's so many other colours other than just white. There's pinks, there's blues, there's purples, there's yellows. So it's like a lesson in really looking closely. Now, because I used pro markers, it bled through over the other side. This is how much it bled through, like almost a complete mirror image. And this was me getting ready for my very first commission. I detailed the whole process of my very first commission on here. So if you want to go back and look at that, it's in one of my it's on my art vlog playlist. I was experimenting with using sponges and palette knives, trying to work out what I was doing. It was meant to be an avenue of cherry blossom. This is my first go. It got very muddy. I didn't let the layers dry properly. I was kind of just playing with the composition, to be honest. So yeah, this is not an accurate representation of what the final piece looked like. It looked a lot better than that, I assure you. So please go and watch that video, just to, you know, satisfy your curiosity that I can paint better than this. So over again, getting closer to Christmas. This was just a piece that I did, acrylic background, and then using Posca pens. Just a really simple illustration. I think it was just more for social media kind of base. But idea in my head that I wanted to try and recreate, and it is quite cute. It's quite cute, but again, it's not my style, is it? So it's fine to create stuff that you've got in your head and you just want to try it, but not my style. Looking at it now, I can think, who is that? You wouldn't look at that and know that it was me that created it. Whereas I think if you look at the birds, you know it's me. Again, I got some more pro markers. There's me. I got the skyscape tones and the landscape tones. I get these from Amazon. If I think of it, I will put the links down below. They are affiliate links, so I get like literally pence if you use that link to pay for your pro markers. But you know, every penny counts, so I would be grateful. But these are the sky tones and landscape tones. I use these a lot for plein air, because again, sky tones and landscape tones, so they lead to plein air. This little cottage piece that I was able to create, I think is really, really cute. I used some splattered on it. It's really, really cute. I think when the splatter is Posca pens over the top, but I just think it reminds me of Hilltop in the Lake District. I like this kind of colour study, simple block colours with the shadows. I think that's really, really cool. And then this was just like I got some new Posca pens as well. These are the Posca pens. You see, bled over a little bit. So this was just a little beach scene. So like, it's a nice little spread. Nice little panels. Then over here, this is me using up my Posca pens again, my new Posca pens here on black paper, and I just love how they pop. I love these patterns. This is really, really cool, and I love how I deliberately did the leaves coming out over and the grass coming over the box of this layout. I think this is like a lovely little page if that hadn't have run. But yeah, this really pops really nicely. I've forgotten how much I actually like that one. So yeah, so that was really cool. This was inspired by the Lake District. I had a postcard that I came across, and I wanted to use my Himi gouache for this. And yeah, I think I did go back over with Neo Colours. Neo Colour 2 that I use. Neo Colour 2 is the water soluble ones of the Caran d'Ache Neo Colour crayons. But I'm pleased with how I was able to get some depth in there. It's quite a complicated landscape, lots of different layers and foliage and things. And obviously, again, if you know about Himi gouache, it is kind of a limited colour palette. You only got a limited number of paints. But yeah, I was really pleased with how this turned out. Almost there. So this is another Himi gouache piece. Again, leaning more into the kawaii theme. I do like kawaii. There's no harm in hinting at it a little bit. It's not just not going. The colours of kawaii is fine, and Studio Ghibli kind of style. But the illustrations, I have to just accept. Yes, I like it in other people, but it is not my art style. But I found a new way of creating this texture. I basically use this. It's a graduate brush from Daler and Rowney, a round brush, and I use it dry, so I put a mixture of different colours on and I stipple it, and this is how I create this kind of marbled effect. And I love this guy, and I've used this again subsequently, and I just love the effect of it. Like, not so much thrilled with the other bits of it, but the sky, absolutely chef's kiss. Love that. So this was another art challenge, 7 Days of Sketchbook Joy. This is by Katie Moody, and this is using those pastel pencils again. So this is all of the ones that I've got. So basically these two sets combined. Ooh. And I was just using it. Really not very detailed at all. I tried to do a little bit of still life. Lost interest, to be honest. I have a very short attention span. So yeah, it's a nice idea for a panelled page, but yeah, not one of my greatest. Again, this is me trying to use that stippled effect, not as well, but on a nighttime scene. I've never done a nighttime scene. I think the theme, the challenge was nighttime scene. I liked playing with the light casting shadows and light onto the pavement. I used wet on wet, so it spread and merged. It's okay. I'm not really a fan of it, but it's fine. Just fine liner and I think that was Himi again, Himi gouache. So this was some fruit and some foxes. Again, I think this is just using pro markers. Yeah, I don't like them. And again, just pen illustrations are not my art style. It doesn't come off great. Now looking back at it, I would much rather have done a pencil drawing, which we're going to talk about in a minute, or an acrylic base with my pencils over the top. I think I just should have taken the time. But the trouble is, again, doing these, so this is 7 Days of Sketchbook Joy, and all about Katie Moody is very heavy on playing in your sketchbook, not putting too much pressure. So that's what this is. It's experimenting in different styles. But I think something with daily art challenges, it just puts that pressure on me and I don't enjoy it. And I think as much as, again, for social media's sake, I like to take part in these challenges because you get your art shown to different people taking part of those challenges. You can gain extra followers, extra exposure. But is it worth it in terms of me creating art that I don't enjoy, I don't like, that mess up my grid on social media and that just make me doubt my own art skills? Is it worth it? No. Will you see me probably taking part in another art challenge? Probably, because I don't learn my lesson. But I have to look at it. Past me says don't do it, because you do not deal well with pressure. I don't deal well under pressure. I create art when I'm relaxed. Like I said, when I've got worship music playing, the window open, I'm absolutely chilled, no time pressure. I need to learn from my mistakes. Again, this is part of the same challenge. There was like a collage-y thing, which was fun. Does it look very good? No, but it was fun to create. And this was like a timed challenge. It was a 10-minute challenge. And, go back to those figures. In 3 minutes, I can't even find it now. 3 minutes, I can do a really good kind of picture of somebody dancing like this. I can do really good structure. 10 minutes doing a landscape when it's under pressure to be shared on social media, not a chance. Those other figures I didn't share on social media. That was just literally just for my art practice. This totally failed. So this is another little landscape I did. I was trying to play with where the light's coming and things. Himi gouache with coloured pencils and some neo colours over the top. Don't know what is going on here. Do not like that bush at all. I think I started to do something, didn't work out, tried to turn it into a bush. Looks like a monstrosity. But if you just focus on this part, this looks really cute. And then this is a piece that I did with some watercolours that I got from, if I can find them, probably not. I got them from Wisporia. I'm rustling about in the background, so it looks a mess because I've actually used them. But you get this little card from them, and it has the watercolors on them, and they're really like metallic, and you get a lot. You don't have to use much water at all to use them. I bought them during the eHearts market, and I just wanted to try it out. So I did this like little stained glass window. This is an image that I've been using as my first lino cut print, which if you've watched my latest studio vlog, you would have seen me doing. So I had to play in the sketchbook. This was going to be an art print, but it hasn't turned out as I hoped, not as good as I hoped. So I'm going to park that idea for now, but I may revisit it at a later date. But again, it was fun to try something new. Now, unfortunately, this has come through, which I'm really sad about. I didn't think it would come through because this was just marker, but the marker must have reacted with the watercolor. It's pigmented watercolor. Anyhow, I took part in Bonnie Snowden Academy's Colour Pencil Week course. And what was I saying about not doing daily art challenges? But this was very different. This was a course rather than a challenge. And you could watch it at your own speed, which I did. And I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this course. I did not think that coloured pencils were for me. I have a very short attention span. When I create art, I want to make art quickly, which is why I do an acrylic base and then pencils over the top, so I've already got that base to work on. To be honest with you, if I'm sat down for longer than an hour, I lose my concentration. But I tell you, so this was the piece that I started off with. Ignore the fact that it's bled through. But this was the one I started out with, and this was like a self-guided one. She gave you like a little paper guide to go through, but she wasn't teaching you. The other one she drew alongside with you. It's okay, it's not great. And then I created this, which I think pulls apart, right? Now, this is just using colour pencils. So each of these colour pencil ones, excluding the zebra, took 4 hours. And I've never spent that long on a piece. And I absolutely loved it. It is just coloured pencils. Now, she was using just polychromos. I do not have polychromos. They are expensive. I have a mixture of various pencils that I've picked up over the way. So this was using Derwent, Staedtler and Prismacolor. Like, so many mixtures of colours, but I still think I was able to get a good effect. And then I created this. Guys, do you even think that is the same person that created, where are those hideous foxes just now? Like, look at that. Look at that hot mess. And then I created that. How is that the same person? How is that the same person? I don't know. This is just pencils, but again, it's a mixture. I've even got a Posca pencil in there, Derwent, Prismacolor, so many different mixtures of pencils, but it just goes to show you don't always need the most expensive. It's all about your technique. And I just love this line cub. This line cub will be coming to the shop as an art print in my summer update, which is on the 3rd of July. Isn't he beautiful? I love him. I can't stop looking at him. And again, it's one of those pieces that I look at and say, I did that. And I never thought I would be able to. I never thought I would get to that level. And coloured pencils is where it's at, and it's what I want to continue doing. I love my acrylic base with coloured pencils over the top. But I have the confidence I can just do something just with coloured pencils. Semi-realism. So this is what you will be expecting from Sophie in Somerset going forward. I say that I'm inspired by the countryside around me, but I get so swayed by social media, and I just need to stop comparing myself to other people. Just stay in your lane, Sophie. Stay in your lane. This is what God created you to do. And yeah, I'm going to have to keep telling myself that and holding myself accountable. But This is the style moving forward. Look how beautiful it is. And it is, you know, this is how this is at like the end of the sketchbook now. Like, you can tell that's the same person, not this other stuff in between. This is not me. This is me. I feel like I'm gonna like jump into the Greatest Showman song. This is me. I'm not going to because I can't sing. But isn't he great? I love him. And then I finish off the sketchbook. Obviously there is going to be a piece here, but I haven't done yet, with the elephant, which is the other piece. So this week, again, this is the difference. Week long, we're not creating 7 images a whole week, and we did 3 because that was the prep one. We did 3 images over the whole week, and that is tells you about pace. Is the background great? No, because I kind of, again, lost patience by then. But look at my elephant. I'm so pleased with the depth that I was able to get just with colour pencils, nothing else. And again, my own type of colour pencils, not even the colour pencils that she suggested using. I tried to colour match as much as possible, but I didn't go out and buy specialist pencils because I don't have the money to. So look at him. So if you take anything away from the sketchbook tour, have confidence in yourself. Go back to who, you know, in my case, what little Sophie would like to draw. Because I think that's when you find the heart of what you love. And try and reconnect with that little person. And, you know, try as best you can. It's so hard in today's society to shut out all the other noise of people, and also the pressures of what you know, a lot of the time as small business, we're creating products and art that we think other people would like, products and art that we think will sell, because actually, you know, at the end of the day, we are trying to run a small business. But, you know, at what cost? At the cost of our own happiness, at the cost of, you know, getting art block, falling out of love with our art, not being authentic. And I just think, especially now with AI, you know, the elephant in the room, literally. AI, so many computer generated images that is not authentic. AI can't recreate this. This is me. This is my authentic. These are my pencil strokes. Like on my lion cub, every single little pencil stroke was me. All those layers, I learned about layers. Everything was me. And that's what people want to see. When they want to buy your art, they don't want something to look like everyone else. They want to look and go, yeah, that's a Sophie in Somerset piece. She created that with her own hands. It's not AI generated. I'm investing in a person. And that's what they do when they buy from a small business. They invest in a person and a story behind it. So this is much for me as it is for you, but I hope it inspires you, and I hope it gives you confidence to be confident in your art style. And really, I've gone full circle in this sketchbook. Like I said, from start to finish, I started great. I was really happy. I lost confidence in the middle. Now, in the Christian walk, we would say that's an attack by the enemy. You know, you feel comfortable, and the enemy wants to try and destroy and steal and kill your happiness. But don't let him, whatever your enemy is, whoever your enemy is, don't let him destroy you. And just create an art that makes you happy and makes you fulfilled. So that is my little TED talk over. I hope you really enjoyed this sketchbook tour. And we are going to fill this last cover page together in the next studio vlog. I was going to do it today, but to be honest, it's too hot, and you'll be proud of me. I would have rushed it just for this video. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'm not going to rush it. So I hope you're proud of me for that. So stay tuned for the next studio vlog. We'll finish off this sketchbook and also get ready for a couple of markets. And I've got some really cool plein air trips coming up. So if you don't want to miss that, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and check out the other sketchbook tours that I got on my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe in this heat. Make sure you're drinking plenty. Stay as cool as you can. And I will see you in the next one. God bless. Love you. Bye.